I'm Rick.
I'm Rick, yeah. The cool things as well. Oh.
We've also put a little bit of seagull droppings on there.
That's what I was wondering if that was poop.
Loads of seagull poop.
Yeah, there's a seagull poop.
Threw me the whip, threw you the idol. Tore him into pieces alive, throwing his body limb by limb into the fire and his ashes into the air.
That will be drawn.
Well, that will be drawn.
I'm sorry, Ron Perlman. I'm really sorry.
This has been Painting Happy Little Minis. I'm Rick.
I'm Dave.
I'm Mia.
And we'll see you at the game store. Hey fellow painters, welcome to Painting Happy Little Minis. I'm Rick.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Mia.
And today we're going to continue painting some Firelock Games Blood and Plunder Captains and Commander miniatures.
Yep. Crazy pirates of note.
Yes, they are.
They are.
Definitely that. And if you tuned in previously, you would have seen us painting William Kidd and Captain Morgan and
Frank of the Monets.
Frank of the Monets.
Oh, put the painted ones on the spinners?
Yeah.
Yep, we can do that.
Thank you, Mia.
I'm going to be painting on mine. I didn't quite finish Francois last week, so I want to get some paint done on him.
So there they are, Captain Morgan and William Kidd on the spinner.
Excellent.
Yeah.
They look good.
Yeah.
I'm excited to finish up all the sort of, I guess, the underpainting again on here with the black. What I usually do after I go through and do all the different colors
Yes.
is then go back and tidy everything up with the black.
Okay.
And then paint the metallics. Because black is a sort of a much better base coat for metallics.
Okay.
So
how was everybody's weekend?
how was yours, Mia? Because I know what Rick's was like.
Yeah, you guys had a fun weekend. I did some Harry Potter Go or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
That was my thing. And
Wizards United?
yeah, I'm kind of addicted to that at the moment.
So I know in Pokemon Go you're going around catching Pokemon. What are you doing in?
So you're
Wizards
collecting
United?
foundables, which are things that have been like lost. And so when you find one on the screen, instead of like throwing a Pokemon ball at it and catching it,
Right.
you do a wizard spell. So you have to
Okay.
like trace an outline on your phone, and that does the spell. And
Okay,
then you
right.
capture it.
Cool.
But I got my fiance into it because I couldn't get him into Pokemon Go. He wouldn't play it. But I got him into this
Right.
to the point where like last night there's like a event going on. It ends today, and he wasn't gonna have any time. And he's like, "All right, we need to unlock these things that you can only unlock by walking." So we literally drove the car around our around our neighborhood at 12 miles an hour last night for 30 minutes to unlock these things. And I'm like, "This is what I've done to you."
Yep. He has been
I've ruined
demuggled.
him. Yeah, I've ruined him on this mobile game. So, yeah, that was my night last night.
That's hilarious.
Excellent.
And if Justin ever decides to watch one of these things, got you, Justin. Your nerd
One
card
of us, one
has
of
grown
us.
3 times
Yeah.
this day.
It's being sent in the mail.
Yeah, that's awesome. Say hi to everybody watching. We've got Kat. She says,
Hey, Kat.
Dave, keep your day job because as a demon voiceover, you aren't very scary. Rick, as a pirate, very cool.
Yeah.
Thanks. I do try.
I will destroy you.
Who's not going to be scared by that?
Should get you one of those voice changer things.
I probably do need one of those, but yeah. No, on Sunday morning at Gen Con, we went to the Sirenscape booth, where apparently I was not at all scary. So thanks, Kat. But yeah, so Rick and I were at Gen Con all weekend.
Yeah.
And I say
That was
weekend, I
great.
mean from like Wednesday.
I was gonna say, yeah, you
last
guys
week
left early.
through to yesterday. So, but no, it was great. We saw lots and lots and lots and lots of cool stuff. Trying to get lots of great footage.
We did capture. Johnny was a machine, and I will say this: at a show like Gen Con or any of the other bigger shows where you're trying to capture a lot of really fun and engaging content,
Yep.
We were understaffed.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. I think, yes, we could have had another camera person.
At least one more.
We could have done amazing amounts of stuff.
Yeah.
But
That's
think we
a
did some-
that's after action report
that's your
critique.
after action report. All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
For the next one,
Yep.
because we didn't get anything from the stadium this year.
Oh, no
And I
footage
thi-
from the stadium?
No, and I think
Okay.
that was a bit of a miss. But with all the other stuff that was being captured, you're going to miss some stuff.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. There's so much stuff there.
Yeah.
It's easy to miss.
What was your favorite things that you guys saw at Gen Con?
Tough
Damn
question.
it! I knew you were going to ask that. Well, actually, I didn't know. I was hoping you wouldn't ask that question. But
Yeah, but I have to live vicariously through you because I didn't go.
there was a lot of cool stuff. I think. Well, it's a tough. The reason it's a tough question for me is I spend a lot of time beforehand paying attention, and people, a lot of manufacturers now, release the information on the Wednesday or the Tuesday, or hey, come by our booth and check out this kind of thing. So there's less of the announced at the show kind of thing. But one that came up was Crisis Protocol from Fantasy Flight Games and Atomic Mass Games,
Yeah.
which is going to be a miniatures superhero game, Marvel superhero
Marvel
game.
superhero. Yeah.
So, yeah, they were showing off the sort of first batch of sculpts, and
And they look great.
they did look great. Yeah,
Ooh, like
the Hulk
miniatures
was
and
awesome.
everything?
Yeah, the miniatures and their sculpts are
Yep.
really nice.
And they had some fantastic display tables as well. That people were fighting on, like a subway station, or another one was a
City block.
city block with an elevated train, train tracks.
I love
Kind of thing.
trains.
So yeah, there was a big train involvement in this. So I'm guessing lots of New York sort of stuff going on.
There was a Daily Bugle thing, I think, was one of the other little buildings that you could.
Oh yeah, it's going to be in the starter set.
Starter set,
So
yeah.
the starter set I think has 6 or 8 miniatures in it, and the a Daily Bugle newsstand, and a dumpster, and some really cool
light posts.
Yeah, yeah. I'll show you stainless.
Man, they're so good.
Yeah, they did look great.
My favorite booth at the show, I think, was the Funko booth.
Yeah.
Funko booth. I mean, it wasn't like overly gaudy by any means.
Oh no, it was very
Utilitarian.
very very simple.
Yeah.
I think it was clean. Yeah, clean and design wise. Yeah,
And then their booth, the room where you could go and demo the starters as well, was also a really nice looking space.
yeah.
So that was my favorite booth. But I would say this: the booth that had the best, like,
Just presentation.
compared to what they usually are, how they usually set up,
Yeah.
to how they set up this year, was Steve Jackson Games.
Okay.
Their booth last year was very small, like maybe a 10 by 20 or a 20 by 20.
Right.
And this year it was probably a 30 by 40
Oh, wow.
or 60.
Oh, wow.
And it was so nice because you could demo and shop without interrupting the demo people or being interrupted by the shoppers as you're demoing a game.
Right.
The flow of that booth was just,
Cool.
yeah, they hired the right people or whatever. I think they usually have a crew come in that they hire to put it all together.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think this year they did it themselves.
All right.
Someone said something about your shirt, Mia.
I
What is it?
Let's look at it.
Oh.
was waiting waiting for you guys to notice.
That's cool.
Yay!
Yeah, it says, I can't hear because no speakers in my office, but oh my God, Mia's shirt and Dave's shirt both rock.
I've been waiting for one of these two to notice my shirt.
That's awesome.
I don't know why, but I thought it was cats. But,
I mean, I could see that.
but now that I see it closely,
Yeah. No, you're
Tribute
actually
to
looking
Jeff Goldblum.
awesome.
it will find a way.
Yep. That's great. So previous weekend I went and saw the latest, this year's presentation from Fluid Movement, which is a Baltimore sort of synchronized swimming group.
Oh.
Okay.
It's people from all walks of life. I think I might have mentioned this last week. That
You did not.
okay, yeah, just all sorts of people who like swimming and
Okay.
like making cool, quirky art. And each year they have a theme.
Okay.
But a few years ago, the theme was Jeff Goldblum. So,
Yes.
and they had 5 or 6 acts during it, and each one was from a different Jeff Goldblum film. So they had The Fly,
amazing.
and they had Jurassic Park, and
And this is synchronized swimming?
yeah,
Yeah.
spectacular.
Oh, it's synchronized swimming, Jurassic Park.
Yep. If you look up,
It sounds
just do it-
borderline ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
I'm so
It is.
excited.
It is completely,
I'm gonna have to find this.
but it's fantastic. It's fantastic fun.
Oh, I have no doubt.
But yeah, so yeah, just do a Google search for Fluid Movement, and you could probably tag Jeff Goldblum onto the end of that.
Oh my God.
But
Yes.
yeah, absolutely amazing.
That's incredible.
But cool. But I had a lot of fun playing in the Kids on Bikes
That was fun.
role play.
We did Kids on Bikes and Sentinels of the or Sentinels Comics RPG
Yep.
role playing, and yeah, Kids on Bikes was a lot of fun. You had said that you hadn't like RP'd in 20 years,
20 years, yeah.
and you rocked it. So
Yeah?
yeah, you did a great job.
Excellent.
We had a
I tried to focus on one thing, which was the Dow chemicals being good for the school. But
yeah. I mean,
as long as that came across, that's all I'm interested in.
it came across perfectly,
Excellent.
and I think that our ragtag bunch of players was a great matchup.
Yep. I'm glad we were able to elevate it after the kind of stinky start that we had.
Yeah, there was a lot of, yeah. And the girl, my crush
Yep.
from school was there and saw me, making the stinky.
That'd be,
I'm so confused now.
You have to watch
yeah,
the
you have to go
video.
and watch it.
Okay.
You have to watch the playthrough of Kids on Bikes.
It's kind of frightening.
It's kind of frightening.
It's not like the early stages, but in particular. Choices that were made.
It was very Goonies in the beginning.
Actually, yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I'm basically playing a chunk like character.
Yep. A lot of hitching up of pants.
Yeah, you just don't fit. Mom says I'll grow into them.
Oh my God.
I'm a husky boy.
That's good.
Wow.
But yeah, so that was fun.
I'm curious though.
Got to, yeah.
The one bad guy, or the guy.
The guy.
We don't know if he's bad or not. We really aren't sure. But I'm wondering if maybe he's a robot.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking about afterwards. It's like,
Okay.
He didn't chase us. He didn't
He didn't
run
run.
after us.
Okay.
So he's either a serial killer or a robot.
Yeah. Maybe he just thought that we were kind of trapped in there,
Oh yeah.
so that he didn't think there was a reason to run after us.
Right.
I mean, he pursued us, but yeah, I don't know.
So many options.
Yeah.
Quick question from the chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
What paints are you using?
Hey Scott, thanks for asking that question. We're using a mix between Vallejo, Citadel, and some of the new Citadel contour
Contrast.
or contrast paints, and some Army Painter war paints.
Yep. Got a bit of a mix.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on a sec. Wrong way. There we go. Just going to adjust that palette a little bit. There we go. Yeah, on the these sections of the, I guess the tights that this pirate's wearing, or the tall socks, whatever it might happen to be, in his shirt. We started with was it with the white prime?
I
Or was
did,
it?
yeah.
Yep. Put some skeleton horde over it, which is one of the contrast paints to get the depth, and now just highlighting it back up with some ivory from the model color range. So that's what I'm doing there. Using some of the Vallejo model color black is what I was doing before on my other guy to tidy him up a bit. Then I'll come back with some metallics on him.
And I am making a mess.
You making a mess?
I was wondering what happened over there.
So,
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Is that from your orange or?
No, it's from this Spirit Stone
Oh, okay,
Red
ready. Cool.
It wasn't me.
technical paint.
As long as it's not from my end in yellow.
It is not, and as a matter of fact, I'll hand it back so it does
So it can't
not
be.
become that.
Excellent. I was happy I got to spend a little bit of time with my buddy Simon Berman
Yeah.
from the Brush Wielders Union, which is a community that he's building.
That's on Patreon, yes?
Yeah, he has a Patreon, there's a Facebook group, and all sorts of stuff. I think if you're a patron, you have access to the Discord
Okay.
channel. But yeah, he was there doing some painting and talking about the Brush Wielders Union and so on. It was cool. And I got to pick up a couple of contrast paints at the GW booth and hand them on to him.
Nice.
He hadn't tried the yellow or the red yet. And I was like,
The two best colors?
the two best colors. These are colors you have to try. So that was cool.
Yeah. And I met one of your friends who has not accepted my friend request yet, so he's fired.
Oh, geez.
Tommy.
Tommy. Cool. Tommy Rice.
Yeah.
Yep. The man, the myth, the legend. Tommy Rice. He's cool. I like Tommy.
Yeah, not fired.
No, not fired at all.
But it was funny bumping into him at the show after you had kind of like talked about, that he and I should talk.
Yep.
And here's this guy who's as big as I am,
Yep.
but in shape
They're like, well, like,
and like muscular and
pear is a shape.
yeah, I know. And I love pears. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Uh,
But yeah. Yep.
So that was a fun conversation I had with that guy.
Yeah. But Tommy's a bodybuilder, former football player, and an author
Oh, wow.
who is now who's written this book, The Lock, and he's working on the second book in the series. He's got plans for a bunch more. But he was at the show talking to companies about possibly working on a game connected to his book in the background, because he's a huge gamer as well. And I met him when he used to work for Games Workshop. So
Yeah. Nerds come in all shapes and
Shapes and
sizes.
yes, we do.
And he was played for the Raiders and the Seahawks? At one point?
49ers.
49ers.
49ers and the Seahawks. Yeah.
Oh, my team.
The Seahawks? Mm-hmm. Cool. Why are they
Yeah,
your team?
I used to live in Seattle.
Okay,
So.
ready. Cool.
Question from the chat.
All right.
Which pirate captains are you painting today?
Thanks for asking, Sarah. I just want to say hi to everybody in the chat, and James especially, because he's been here
James.
since the beginning. Anytime it sort of was like feathers and candy, not demon blood.
I was talking
Okay.
like my my demon impression.
Yeah, but Sarah's question about what pirates are we painting? I'm painting Juan Corso. He's the one whose crew turned to cannibalism at one point. Yeah.
Right.
And I've got Piet Hen. I don't know much about him.
Do you
He
remember
led the
him?
Dutch Navy.
Piet.
Is Tim in the chat?
It says very inspiring broadside.
I think Tim is.
Oh, very
listen,
inspiring, and then broadside.
And then broadside. Okay.
Don't
Yes,
continue.
there's a separation there.
So Piet
He's known for his very spectacular broadside.
was a Dutch admiral.
Just turn a bit to the left. Very inspiring.
He did squats.
It's a bit like Rick.
True. So he was a Dutch admiral and privateer for the Dutch Republic during the 80 Years' War between the United Provinces and Spain.
Cool.
Hein was the first and the last to capture a large part of a Spanish silver fleet from America. Born in what is now known as Rotterdam, the son of a sea captain, he became a sailor while he was still a teenager. During his first journeys, he suffered from extreme motion sickness.
Oh,
He was captured by the Spanish when he was in his 20s and served as a galley slave for about 4 years.
okay.
They guesstimate between 1598 and 1602,
You're right.
when he was traded for Spanish prisoners between 1603 and 1607. He joined the Dutch East India Company and left for Asia, returning with the rank of captain. 5 years later, he married and settled in Rotterdam. In 1618, when he was captain of the Neptunus, both he and his ship were pressed into service by Venice. And in 1621, he left his vessel behind and traveled overland to the Netherlands for a year. In 1622, he was a member of the local government, although he did not have citizenship of the city. The cousin of his wife, one of the 3 burgomasters, made this possible. He had something to do with the Spanish treasure fleet. In 1628, Admiral Hein, with others, sailed out to capture a Spanish treasure fleet loaded with silver from the American colonies and the Philippines. With him was Admiral Henrik Lonck, and he was later joined by a squadron of Vice Admiral Joost Bankert, as well as the pirate Moses Cohen Henriquez. Part of the Spanish fleet in Venezuela had been warned because a Dutch cabin boy had lost his way on Blanquilla Island and was captured betraying the plan. 16 Spanish ships were intercepted. 1 galleon was taken after a surprise encounter. During the night, 9 smaller merchants were talked into a surrender. 2 small ships were taken at sea, and 4 fleeing galleons were trapped. Apparently, after some musket volleys from Dutch sloops, the crews of the galleons also surrendered, and Hein captured 11,509,524 guilders of booty in gold, silver, and other expensive trade goods.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So it was pretty successful.
Yup.
Particularly for the 1600s. Yeah.
Yeah. Dang.
I wonder what the equivalent of that today is.
That would be, that would be billions, for sure. Maybe trillions. It sounds like an awful lot. Way more than I'll ever see.
Oof. So he's done some stuff.
Excellent. That sounds cool. Whereas I'm still painting Francois Lolonaise, who was only a pirate for about 7 years.
But did a lot.
He did a lot, indeed. There was one point where he ripped a man's heart out.
Yeah, he was a bad guy.
Yeah.
Kurt's
No.
asking, but
No
what were
pleasure.
his parents' names? Dang it, Kurt.
Oh, Piet's. What were Piet's parents' names?
Yeah,
George and Mildred.
sounds right. Walter says, when I see these minis, all I can think of is how to paint pantaloons.
Pantaloons.
Craig says that he is here. And Kurt also says, and what was his boot size?
What was his boot size? I'm not
Probably
sure.
a 5 or a 7, because I don't think they got much bigger than that back then.
I'm not sure, Joey.
They're all tiny little men.
When you say Kurt, which Kurt is it?
Pearson.
Okay, cool. From now on, just refer to him as Joey.
As Joey?
Yep.
Okay.
Or if you have to use his full name, Joey Chestnuts.
Joey Chestnuts. That was his Kids on Bikes character.
No. Chet. Chet was his Kids on Bikes character.
Sounds right. Joey Chestnuts, the food eater?
Yep. That was his amusing story for the weekend name.
I mean, he's an eater. Ralph and he knocked Alice to the moon. He's a 1,000-year beard. Says, I like big broadsides.
I like
cannot
broadsides.
I like big broadsides and I cannot lie. 1,000-Year Beard has a Kickstarter launching soon
Cool.
to support the 1,000-Year Beard.
I'm curious, what's on the back of the card?
Is that a beard you've been growing for 1,000 years? Or intend to grow for 1,000 years?
There's a lot of questions there that I'm not sure the answer.
You're not sure. You're not sure of the answer. Or
No.
you're not sure which I should be asking.
I don't know if maybe a little bit of both. I guess
Okay.
That's what broadside means. It's like the special abilities that they have. So broadside is his ability.
You
Right.
come up alongside and smash face.
All artillery fired during this commander's activation are fired simultaneously, hence it all counts as the same ranged attack. And all dice for the shoot test are rolled simultaneously. This may increase the chances of scoring critical hits.
Nice.
Cool.
It's not a
So-
bad little thing. I'm gonna reach over.
Bad
here.
ability.
Get some gun metal here. Craig says, it's funny you're painting pirate minis and I just beat the Pirates of the Caribbean level in Kingdom Hearts 4. Nice.
Oh, speaking of Pirates of the Caribbean, the Pirates of the Caribbean ship is now in Old Town Alexandria. Or like one of them that it was like based on.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be.
Is that? Do you know how long that it's there for?
I think all summer.
Okay. Cool.
And you can like rent it out for corporate events or parties or swashbuckling sessions.
Right.
I really just want to rent it out and
wanna
just like
go rape
literally
it.
just like play pirates on it.
Yeah. That would be cool.
Like they're like, what do you want this for? A corporate function? No, I just want to play pirates.
Yes.
So I got this game about pirates with miniatures, and we just want to set it up on the deck here and play. Is that cool?
Actually, that would be really cool.
Play it on the poop deck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It has to have a poop deck, right?
Yes.
Cool. Where is it? Oh, okay. Oh, well.
That would be pretty cool though, to go down to like the Constitution downtown and set up and play Blood and Plunder on the ship
Decks.
itself.
Yeah.
Talk about an interesting concept for a charity drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'd be good.
I was just thinking we could do like a painting Happy Little Minis live from there, but then I was like, they're rocking back. Hey guys, we're
doesn't
gonna
really-
paint some mini.
It doesn't really rock back and forth when it's moored to the pier, so that shouldn't be an issue unless there's like a storm going on.
Heavy seas.
Yeah. But in the harbor there, it's almost non-existent. Yeah.
Right.
But if they were to take it out, that'd be even more fun.
Sure. Let's look at some minis. So these are minis that have been posted in the Facebook group, Painting Happy Little Minis, by everybody who's joined there. If you haven't joined yet, head on over, click Join Group, and I will let you in.
Yep. You will.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rick's been a bit slow off the mark lately.
I have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be me. But so first up we have David Nolan's Valkyrie, and this is from Blood Rage, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, looks very cool. I love the that gold on the silver shield. Looks really cool. Nice work, David. Coy Millsap is Space Horse Ride. This was the I think Coy was working on the Thunderwolf last week,
Okay.
so it's got a little bit further there. You can see that bionic leg and the snarling face.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Looking very cool.
That's really cool.
Chris Hood
I like it.
Is this a druid? The sickle suggests druid.
Sickle does suggest druid.
And I guess the leaf does too. But it looks very
or
nice.
Just,
yeah.
Or just an herbalist
Or it could be an herbalist, this is true.
out there.
Oh, sorry, it does say Juliana herbalist. So.
Out there, like on Skyrim, herbalism.
Herbalist. Okay, cool. But no, it looks great. Very nice. I think great colors there.
Chris Gorka with a Tau Ethereal.
Yeah.
Is that
wow.
from Warhammer?
That's from, Warhammer 40,000.
Okay.
The Tau are one of the newest races to be introduced. And I'm going to say newest, though. It's about 18 years ago.
Jeez.
But they're also the youngest race in the galaxy.
Okay.
But yeah, very cool. Looking good, Chris. Steve added the Ranger to the
Dragons don't share.
Dragons Don't Share.
That's a good looking ranger. I mean, the work on the whole display is really
Yeah,
good.
it's looking good.
Good job.
I think last week we saw the finished dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was looking cool. Very nice, Steve. Good work. Good work. Joshua has some catching up to do. He's got
What are those?
couple of completed minis there. One on the
Looks like one on the
painting,
handle.
one on the handle, and then
About
quite a
20?
few others.
Wow, there's so many.
20 on standby.
25. But they all look to be, well, the ones on the back look to be from WizKids.
Oh, okay.
So, Drew. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
What is this? Ever Chosen.
So the Everchosen. Games Workshop
wow.
last week, so not the weekend just gone, not the Gen Con weekend, but the weekend before,
Okay.
held an in-store painting competition called Everchosen,
Okay.
where the winners were determined by votes from customers that came in.
Okay.
So you went in, dropped off your models, came back at the end of the day to find out how you'd done.
All right.
And for Drew's Primaris Apothecary, yeah, he got in first place at his store.
Wow.
So was it
That's
at Games Workshop, all Games Workshop stores or Warhammer stores, and a selection of independent retailers as well.
Okay.
But so this means winning at the store level means that you forward photos to Games Workshop, and they're putting together a gallery of miniatures, and then they'll be voted on online, and the winner gets an awesome sword,
Oh, wow.
spectacular
Wow.
sword. They're just absolutely wicked.
And so, do you know what store he set his up at?
I am not sure. Actually, I think this might have been Titan.
Okay.
I think it might have been Titan. Drew can let us know if he's in the chat.
Nice.
Cool.
Does it look amazing?
It does look fantastic. Nice work, Drew.
David with a primed my samurai before and after. Okay.
Cool. So, yep.
Nice. Can't wait to see the completed.
Completed.
Those are gonna look
completed,
sick.
completed samurai are always fantastic, and my hats off to anybody who completes a samurai.
Right. Wendy Vogel with a rising sun. Speaking of the
Oh, look at that.
Eastern
I like the
influence.
colors.
Yep.
That dragon or lion
That's
dragon
a-
thing.
it's a dragon, yeah.
It's sick.
It is spectacular, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And the sphere that it's on.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
Yeah. Super cool.
Great
Good
work,
job.
Wendy. Very nice.
Teddy with a I feel stuck.
CNC, please. Comments and criticism, please. Has Teddy received any comments or criticism in the
In the,
one? Okay. I'll have to go and check it out closer then. But yeah, when you say you're stuck, Teddy, what are you stuck on?
that's what. Yeah, that's what I would want to know is like where are you stuck? But looking at it, I think the only thing that I would say that you could really add to it, because the paint looks great, is maybe just upgrading the base.
The base,
Putting
would
some
be
flock on there, or making it look a little bit more like a part of a natural scene.
Yep,
Because, like I said, the miniature looks amazing.
looking cool. But yeah, we'll go and jump in and check that one out.
Yeah.
We didn't get a lot of time over the weekend to
Right.
look at the group. Mark Maxwell says, I really like how he came out. This is one of the trolls
Oh, that's
from Blood Rage as well.
That looks really cool.
Yep. Yeah, that hair looks great. Remember we were painting the giant the week before last
Yep.
with that That ginger hair. Very cool. Looking good.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, Daniel Geiselman saying his son and he has started painting. Daniel painted the models on the left,
Okay.
which are from Imperial Assault,
All right.
and his son painted the Rebel Troopers on the right, who are from Legion.
They both look
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, they
Oh,
look
that's
really
awesome.
cool. One of the things I'm really impressed with his son's painting is that it's very neat, which is the first step for painting. Practice neatness first.
Whoops.
And everything else. Oh, okay. We all know you don't like to listen, but
Right.
that's okay.
No, but those are phenomenal.
Yep.
And I look forward to seeing more from you, Daniel, and your son.
I
They're
like that it's
great.
family time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Clive Mills, Black Dragon,
Yeah.
current work in
Wow.
progress.
Jesus.
Yep. The evil Black Dragon.
Looks so good.
Yep. So my question would be here, you've got the black on the body, Clive, and then you've got that sort of orangey skin color on the wings. Are you planning on sort of blending those together? Or even on the sort of the shoulder parts where the wing sort of comes in there? It'd look really cool if you sort of mix those colors together to get a blend between the two. That's what I'd love to see. It'd be nice. Or even push some black into those shadows. It'd be good. Looking cool.
Oh,
Jeez.
wow.
Yeah. Joel Coronado, first time painting a large piece. Looks amazing.
Yeah.
That looks wonderful, Joel. Very cool. I love that the head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good. I'm
Yeah.
curious, Joel, did you, if you're watching this and can comment, did you use an airbrush on any of this? Because it definitely looks like if you did, that face and the wings look like you may have, but
Right.
it just looks, that's a phenomenal piece.
It does look great. Very nice.
Very cool.
Dwight Crow. Yes.
Nice.
Oh, I like the colors.
So an amazing mashup there.
Hello Kitty, Necron.
Yep. Necrons are about as far from sort of pretty and Hello Kitty as
I
you can
love
get. So imagine like soulless automatons marching across the eons of time to destroy all of your civilizations. And Hello Kitty.
And it looking like that, I can't imagine it, and it looks amazing. And I'm glad that you've done this, and I hope it's not the last piece of
A whole Hello Kitty
of a whole
army.
Necron force.
Oh, Necron force.
Oh my gosh.
I've seen a Hello Kitty Space Marine army before.
That's so
But,
good.
Yeah.
Zealot Miniatures Undead Minotaur.
Anytime there's an undead Minotaur, it's great.
Jesus,
Yeah. But no, it looks really cool, Josh.
I need one of those.
Yeah. Great detailing. I think the way the sorry, yeah. The way those skulls sort of stand out at the front as well is very nice. I'm sure the only thing Rick's going to say is he'd like to see more skulls. On
Oh,
the base.
absolutely. There's
more
no.
skulls on the base.
There's always room for more skulls.
Excellent.
It's
Looks great.
so good.
Cool. Thanks.
Michael Bull, Goblin from the Pathfinder Deep Cuts WizKids line.
Cute.
Yeah.
That looks amazing. Is Michael, is this one that you're doing videos for as well? Like how to paint? Because, yeah, they're really good. And they're definitely great for if you are just getting into painting miniatures and you want to watch some videos on tutorials for, they'll show you that it's not difficult to enter into this space.
You're right.
Michael's putting together some really good videos for that.
Fantastic.
So.
Yeah, it looks great. Nice work, Michael. Oh, there we go. Oh,
the
bugbears.
bugbears.
Nice.
Now, these are great.
Are these in your top 5 bugbears?
No,
Bugbears? No.
they are not.
They're not?
No.
Okay.
Gnolls, goblins, gnolls, and giants.
Okay. And rounding out the top 6 would be gnolls.
And then, no.
Oh, then hobgoblins.
Six is bugbears, then hobgoblins.
Okay, right. So they just snuck out. But no, they look cool. Very nice.
Yes.
They're going to do some clobbering. Maces look great.
Oh, wow. Look at the
Yeah.
detailing. on
Jeff
Hate.
is amazing stuff from Hate.
Jesus. Good job, Jeff. That
I almost
just
wish I'd painted
looks-
this guy now,
Yeah.
rather than the one with the
with the
the
skirt.
skull skirt.
Yeah,
But no, that looks fantastic, Jeff.
it
Really
does. It's super cool.
Good. Yeah. Great, great colors and textures on that skin. Very nice. Man, so much creepy stuff. Those arms coming out of the belly.
It's so good. Gavin O'Brien, first 3 done.
So these are for Infinity.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
They had some cool displays this year at Gen Con. Speaking of a
Corvus Belly, yeah.
yeah, Corpse Belly with her
cool.
cityscapes that they had set up.
Yep.
They were nice.
Yeah. So we actually took a look at, well, I've got some footage of people playing Infinity Defiance,
Right.
which is a sort of a dungeon delving game. When I say dungeon delving, Infinity is set in the far future.
Right.
So there's no dungeons around as such, but it's basically set either inside a spaceship or inside a facility of some kind. But yeah, going through corridors into rooms, finding things to get in your way,
Yeah, it was.
high-tech traps, and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it looks really cool. I think it's coming to Kickstarter later this year,
Okay.
which will be awesome.
And they look great.
Yep.
And those were great as well.
Yeah, very
Sean,
nice.
Using contrast paints, and I can't tell what that is, but it's
Oh.
got a beast.
It's
of
a,
Wow,
it's a
yeah.
crazy werewolf in steam-powered armor. That's from Wrath of Kings, from the Garitzi range.
God.
Weapon.
Yeah, that weapon is insane. Just a huge
It kind of looks like something
moon-bladed
like,
axe.
like what the Warriors of Anubis from
Oh yeah, it does have that kind of feel.
the Mummy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's the two ears being up like that, give it that jackal feel.
Right.
But no, that's looking really good. And yeah, contrast paints are perfect for that kind of model. So there's a lot of texture on there. Jeffrey Brower has some 3D printed minis.
Nice.
There's
Oh,
very,
really cool.
do you recognize those characters? There's a very anime.
One looks like Cloud on the right, and I'm not sure who the one on the left
Yeah,
is.
cloud, and then can't tell.
But yeah,
Those are really cool though.
yep. Look really good. Very nice. And that's it.
Yeah. And if you want to, again, if you haven't joined the group yet, make sure you go to Facebook and join up the Happy Little Minis, Painting Happy Little Minis Facebook group, and we'll add you in there. Dave will.
Yep.
He-
Well, Leona. Just saying the Rick's been slacking.
They're just faster.
That's what I
than
wanted to
am.
point out.
Yeah. And also in the comments in the group, someone has asked, has the winner of the Falling Star been announced yet? They have not yet been announced. I will be actually announcing that just after the show here. I'm going to go online and draw the name and announce it, so someone will know by
By
in the next half hour. Someone,
by 3:30 this afternoon.
yeah, someone will know who the winner is.
Excellent.
And that's going to be pretty cool because they're not just going to get the Falling Star, they're also getting some cannons and an octopus and a shark.
Shark. Yep.
So,
Absolutely. I need to get another one of those sharks so I can paint it up for Pete.
yeah.
Okay, there we go. He is finally done. Going to put him on the spinner there, Leona.
All right.
And
Apparently Mike built some shelves last week. I can hear him outside the door. Good job, Mike.
I have a bunch of soundproofing, but just not on the door.
Hello.
Come in. There we go. So now I'm going to jump onto Laurence de Graaf, who I suspect, through the use of the clever symbols here, is in the same faction as Francois L'Olonnais.
Ah, yes.
So this is what he looks like on the card. So let's see if in 15 minutes I can get some flesh
Similarities.
color, some hair,
You can do
his
it.
shirt, some
Speed
red,
painting
a red
challenge.
sash. I'm going to do it all with, do as much of it as possible with the contrast paints. So,
Nice.
ding, 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 let's go.
Oh, you know what's funny is I forgot to mention, speaking of kids on bikes, because we have talked about it quite a bit today.
Yep.
They won an Ennie.
Oh, cool.
which is
Excellent.
an award in the gaming industry for
Yep.
best family game.
Very cool.
So, congratulations to Renegade Game Studios and Hunter Entertainment for that win.
Yeah, very much so. That's awesome. Congratulations. Well deserved. It's a really cool game. I think it's super, much more narrative than system driven.
Yeah.
I think.
I would 100% agree with that, because theirs is, unlike your typical RP session where you have a full campaign or a book that has like every single thing that's going on in that event, they just give you a one sheet of here's your scenario, do with it what you will.
Yeah. Yeah. I was also thinking on the from the character sheet point of view, like nowhere on there that it have hit points
Correct.
or gold pieces or dollars. How many dollars did you have in your pocket?
Right.
We just knew that my character and
Kurt's
Kurt's character had the trait of wealthy, and yours didn't. So
it's true, mine didn't.
I was quite happy that I could flip you that quarter so you could
Yeah.
play Pac-Man. Get a game of Pac-Man in.
My guy we didn't get an opportunity to play Pac-Man though. But that's okay.
I know.
Next time though.
That part was funny.
Yeah. And if you want to find out what happened, you need to go watch that video.
Yeah.
So, Firelock had a booth there too, right? They had a little bit of like a hiccup in their setup, but
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah.
they were there at Gen Con.
One of the other things that is obviously always at Gen Con are just loads of booths with costuming stuff.
Oh, cool.
That is true.
Yeah. So that was
Crimson Leather, I think is one of them.
Crimson Leather.
Crimson Leather.
Right.
They're like, it looks like a little castle with like a tower in the center, and then they have like banners around it.
Okay. Radio.
And they sell like all the good LARP level garb.
Like quality garb.
Yeah.
Yep. There was loads of great stuff.
You picked up something from one of the clothiers, right? From one of the
I did from I think it was Blonde Swan.
Blonde Swan.
They're
Okay.
they're hat makers,
Okay.
or what's the word for that? Milliners. They're milliners.
Okay.
So yeah, they had a bunch of hats that were in the same style as the Beauxbatons wore in Goblet of Fire.
Okay.
So that I think it's not Kolsch, Clash. I'm not sure, but it has a particular style. And they had those, but they had them in black suede
Okay.
with the different house, like little bands around them with the different house colors. Mm-hmm. So because I bought Emily, my oldest daughter, the sort of witch's hat last year, I picked up one for Lucy this year.
You bought a sorting hat, right?
It's kind of sorting hat, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. Not exactly the sorting hat, but anyway, this one, yeah, it was a Hufflepuff. 'Cause she's a Hufflepuff.
Right.
Apparently, Leona is also a Hufflepuff.
Leona is.
I'm a Hufflepuff, and my wife is a Hufflepuff.
Wow, so many Hufflepuffs.
My eldest daughter, Emily, is a Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
So there you go. But yeah, so that was cool to pick that up. And I must admit, I was a little bit worried that she wouldn't like it, but she wore it like nonstop last night when I got home. So that was great. I was very excited by it.
Tim
Oh yeah. Hey Tim.
Korkluski
Yep.
says De Graaf is actually Dutch. He started off as a gunner as part of Armada de Barlavento for Spain. When he was captured by the French, he immediately switched sides and became a captain of a sloop.
Right.
Nice.
There we go.
Sarah wants to know when we're going to finish the Kids on Bikes game. It may never finish. It might be something that if we're all at the same convention,
An ongoing thing.
it might be an ongoing thing.
I think it'd be cool because we, like, right at the end of the stream, we stumbled back to the fair.
Right.
It'd be cool if, like, one of us isn't at the show, or two of us aren't at the show. We can wander off together
Into the fair.
and then somebody else
Yeah.
wanders up. So I think it'd be great if, like, your crush, Susie, was involved in the next part of the adventure.
That would be pretty funny.
But yeah, I mean, if we're able to do that, like, maybe
PAX or
PAX,
something.
yeah. PAX would be great.
Tim also continues with, he started capturing Dutch vessels almost immediately, and he was instantly considered a threat by Henry Morgan.
All right, okay. I definitely have to finish in then.
That seems right.
Yep.
A threat.
He was a triple threat. He could also sing and dance.
What?
I don't know.
A pirate who can sing and dance?
You've seen the musical.
Which one?
Any of them.
True. Over on the Twitch side, did you try maker and crafting category where mini painting streams and viewers are? Nope, but now we probably should look into that.
Yep.
Warhammer 40k Necrons aren't a tabletop RPG, but Warhammer, which has its own category, you would be better in the paper minis category instead of a game one. And sorry for the incorrect category listed. I forgot to change it. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, those are all good input. Thank
Yep.
you.
Cool.
Do we have a flesh color?
Yep.
Flesh.
Flesh.
I've got Fire Slayer flesh,
Every one of us.
and I got Gilliman flesh.
Yep.
So there's two flesh colors there.
Unless I had to choose from.
I'm sitting here waiting for mine to dry on the base a little bit, because then I want to take some shade over it. Some tones here.
Right. It might not happen in today's show.
It may not.
Just going to let you know that.
Yeah. Because we will be back on Thursday to paint
Finish
some
these
more.
off and paint some more?
Yeah,
We'll get them all done.
I think so.
Yep.
There's only, what,
And what
two
should
or
we do at
three?
the end? Should we give some of them away?
Well, I don't know about the painted ones. Sorry.
Okay.
But I do have
okay.
I do have more sets of these.
Oh, cool.
So
Excellent.
Thursday, make sure you tune in, because we're going to give away some sets,
Very cool.
which will be a lot of fun.
What, no one wants my one that looks like
Captain?
Beast from Beauty and the Beast with Ron Perlman?
I think everybody wants it. That's why I don't want to give it away. Because then I can actually use them as a captain on a ship.
Oh,
Or Dave can.
on this ship.
I don't know about that ship. That ship
Have
looks
you
like...
named the ship?
That ship's just evil.
It does look evil, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. So that should be like a Juan Corso ship and his cannibalistic
You haven't
crew
named
members.
it yet. That's bad luck.
Haven't named it?
You have to name it. Isn't that bad luck?
It is.
Should we ask the chat?
Yeah.
What should we name this? Do you want to hold it up, Rick, while you're waiting for your
Yeah.
dude to dry?
If anybody has a good ship name to be given to this beauty right here, let us know. It's one that Dave painted a while back when we did the ships.
Yeah.
And it's got the seagull poo on it, and it's got some good verdigris.
It's the first thing you point out. the
Always,
seagull.
because it's like one of those things that, as you're looking, it's like, oh, that's
Kind of gross.
is that seagull droppings? Yes, it is.
And yes, they are from giant seagulls.
Giant
Giant
seagulls. Yeah. And he did. This is like one of your first models. You did like the airbrush for the
lighting effect.
the lighting effect out of the windows.
Yep.
And yeah.
Actually, if you want to, so I'm not sure if everybody can see, but that the ship is rigged, so it has the sort of all the ropes over it. Might be tough to see against that. Oh, you can see it. Yeah, there we go. But if you twang that, so that's supplied with the ships
Yeah, those are
from
nice.
Blood and Plunder, but it's elastic, so it's not. It's really
Right.
easy to use and to stretch, be able to get sort of taut like that.
You know what I didn't realize with the ship too
What's that?
is the two cannons on the very back end.
Oh yeah.
Right here, there's two cannons on the bottom.
Do you think that they were like exhausts? Or?
I thought they were like I don't know, Who knows what I thought they were? But now that I
The
see them,
tailpipe. Mhm.
I see them. It's like, dang, this ship was set and ready.
Oh yeah.
I think my guy's like.
So we'll take on some names.
Anyway.
The Dark Lady, the New Horizon, ship named La Resistencia de Endurance. Oh, that was from Tim.
Oh, there's some real.
The
real life ship
Resistencia
names?
de Endurance. The Tortured Soul. Richard Tyler says, The Tortured Soul. Yes.
Actually, it does look more like that.
It does look like the Tortured Soul. I like that one. The HMS Tortured Soul.
No,
Oh, no.
just the tortured soul.
The Tortured Soul. Like the Black Pearl.
Yeah,
Just its own name. No allegiance.
no allegiance.
Yes. I can hand that back
Okay,
to you.
cool.
Thank you.
I think my guy's pretty much done.
Ooh.
Put him on the spinner. Is it spinner?
Chicken dinner.
Chicken dinner. Great.
All right, I'm gonna have to wait for him to come back around again. Because he's that one. But he's coming.
All right, almost there.
Yep.
You can see the
Me
back
too.
side of him now. Ron Perlman. I'm sorry, Ron Perlman.
It's perfect.
All right, here he comes. Dun, 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 dun. Look at that mustache.
It's so good.
Kind of looks like
Very
Mario
cool.
from an 80s movie.
He looks great. That
Just a
ruff around his neck is spot on.
Thank you.
Good job.
Woohoo. Still my favorite part, the wood under the floor.
Wood on the floor. Nice.
Ever since that bookshelf, you guys have ruined me.
Yep.
We didn't ruin you. You just did a really good job on that bookshelf.
I've just learned that terrain is my thing. And
Yep. Oh, that reminds me. We were talking with Monster Fight Club, the folks at Monster Fight Club, and they've got some Cyberpunk 2020 and Cyberpunk 2077 minis coming
oh, cool.
later this year.
Some
and
cool terrain.
Some cool terrain. But there's also in that terrain there's a set of two leather chairs, and a TV, a la Matrix.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So when John said, "Would you like me to send you some minis?" I said, "Send us some minis, and because Mia will be painting with us, she'll love to paint those chairs."
Yes.
So,
Inanimate objects, give them all to me to paint. People, not so much. People, I'm fine until I get to their face, and then I'm like, I don't want to touch you.
we should paint some Space Marines then. They have helmets.
See, I could do helmets.
Yeah. Be all good. Okay. So I'm not going to get him finished. But I came close.
Oh,
Now it's
We
the-
need a
the
Mia
black and-
pirate.
black
I
and gray.
agree.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Au revoir, Madame. The Au revoir, Madame.
Au revoir, madame.
Yeah, in backcanon reference. Au revoir.
All right, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, those look great.
Okay.
That looks
Yep,
awesome.
just the black and the metallics to do on Laurens de Graaf.
Dude, look at our pirates. They look so good.
Ew. These guys are
A
ready to.
roving band of pirates.
That's a miscreant.
To rock.
Oh, I like the
cool.
bass on that one.
All right, so everybody out there watching us, we'd like to say thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate everybody who comes in and chats with us and asks questions and gives pointers and keeps us educated on the pirates and the painting.
Yep.
And one last time, go over to Painting Happy Little Minis Facebook group and make sure that you're a part of that group and participate. Show us what you're working on, your works in progress, and also your completed miniatures so that we can show them here on the program and basically highlight the community that we're building. And it's an amazing community.
Yep. I just noticed on the screen there. Oh, it's changed. But Leona said, check out Nova Open. So end of this month. So Labor Day weekend is Nova Open, which is a tabletop wargaming event in Northern Virginia, which is where the Nova comes from.
Pretty cool. Wow.
But yeah, it's in Crystal City.
Okay.
And should be loads of folks, probably about 1,500, 1,600 people. all playing games.
That sounds cool. Right in my
Having
neck of the
painting
woods.
lessons.
Cool.
They have a huge hobby area there as well, where you can just go and sit down and borrow some paints and get stuck in. But yeah, definitely cool. I'm running the painting competition there.
Wow.
Oh, very cool.
So it'll be nice. This year we've got 3 teams of judges who are going to be judging the different categories. We have a apprentice, a journeyman, and a master category.
Okay.
Last year it was 3 of us, and we judged all of it. Now, I didn't get to sleep until 4 a.m.
Okay.
And this year we have 3 teams, so we're hoping to be able to finish judging before we go to the bar.
Nice. Perfect. Sadly, I will not be in attendance.
You will be...
I'll
where
be
will
at
you
Dragon Con.
Dragon Con.
Yeah.
Okay. And I betcha Josh Davis, if Josh was in there, was he watching?
I did not
watching
see
today?
Josh today.
Josh will be at ReaperCon, which is also on the same
day?
time. Yeah, Denton,
What?
Texas. So lots of stuff going on.
I will not be at a con.
You'll
But
not
I-
be at a con for Labor
Yeah.
Day?
I'm getting married that weekend.
Awesome! Best place to be! Mia's wedding!
So you guys can play board games, and I'm gonna be freaking out. And
So after Labor Day, check out Us Weekly for
All the photos.
the exclusive scoop on Mia's wedding. Fantastic. Woohoo! Congratulations.
thank you.
That'd be great.
So on that note, everybody, have a wonderful afternoon. We'll see you on Thursday. I'm Rick,
I'm Dave.
And I'm Mia.
and we'll see you at a game store.
Thanks for watching Painting Happy Little Minis. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment below, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new content.